touching you. I'll keep touching you.
Where should we start reading again? Do you remember where we left off?
Yeah, we just finished verse 7 in
Oh yeah.
forgiveness of yourself.
Song of Psalms, part 2, forgiveness. Now we're on verse 8.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Do you want to read still?
Sure.
Let's do it.
All right. Forgiveness is the call to sanity. For who but the insane would look on sin when he could see the face of Christ instead? This is the choice you make, the simplest one, and yet the only one that you can make. God calls on you to save his son from death by offering Christ's love to him. This is your need, and God holds out this gift to you. As he would give, so must you give as well. And thus is prayer restored to formlessness, beyond all limits into timelessness, with nothing of the past to hold back from reuniting with the ceaseless song that all creation sings unto its God. Oh, we lost Denise.
We lost Denise. No. Okay. Good. Anything you want to add to that?
It's starting to click for me, I think. Yeah, starting to click.
It's definitely counterintuitive.
Yeah.
It was to me anyway.
It is really upside down world. Like what we're taught to do and think by society, I guess you want to call it, versus like what's really true.
Right. It is. And it's because society thinks that they are a special, separate thing. That's like the whole point of the whole game, is that your special, separate thing is going to be happy in its special separateness. But that's the very nature of all of our suffering. We're trying to overcome and get away from. The thing that we are cherishing is the thing that is hurting. It's like having your special drink that matters everything to you, but that special drink is poison. You get to have it.
Yeah.
Not like you can't have it, but the more you get what you want, the more it hurts. Bummer.
So sad.
Bummer.
Really thought fun was gonna work.
I know. I've had a few epiphanies that were super sad, and one of them was none of my accomplishment will get me there. I was so sad about that. Like, oh, it's not gonna work. Because I just love, it's fun to engage in these big things and it's really exciting for me to start something new, especially.
The tension of like pushing to like setting a goal, and then the push, right? You push and push and push to get that goal. And then when you get that goal, it's just so like,
yeah, that's well, it's funny for me, the achieving of it is not nearly as fun.
No, what part's fun for you?
No, it's kind of disappointing. I almost I mean, I think I want to get there, but the thing for me that's really fun is starting the new venture, the new thing that's going to make me successful and it's going to give me everything that I wanted. The very start, because it's complete fantasy at that point. So I made it all up, right? All of this is going to make me happy, successful, lovable, whatever it is. And I make up, oh my gosh, it's going to be amazing. So that's a good thing. I love doing that fantasy. And then the second part is I can completely lose myself in that activity, just complete forgetting. And then that's the drug I want, is the forgetting. I want to completely forget myself, which is the essentially that's all the temperaments, 1 all the way to 9. It's just your particular way that you want to forget. You want to numb yourself from the darkness, and the darkness is the separation, the guilt and separation, or the guilt that happened from the separation. Unaware that this very thing that I'm doing is what propels and propagates, perpetuates the separation itself. It's like I am keeping up the. It's like a fog machine. I got to keep that fog machine up to keep me from not seeing. It takes a lot of work.
Yeah. Fog machine. That's a good one.
Yeah. Have you been to Fantasia at Disneyland?
I don't think so. No.
Disneyland has the show. It has a show called Fantasia, and it's a big giant. They do it on one of the little lakes, and it's a big giant wall of mist, and they project the movie onto the mist, and it's like right in front of you. You're like, whoa, it's cool. So it's like it's a big old show right in front of me, but I can't see the movie unless the mist was there, and so I need to keep that. The projecting up and the mist, all of it is essential to get lost and deceived. That's it.
Yeah. All right. 9. But to achieve this end, you first must learn before you reach where learning cannot go. Forgiveness is the key, but who can use a key when he has lost a door for which the key was made and where alone it fits? Therefore, we make distinctions so that prayer can be released from darkness into light. Forgiveness's role must be reversed and cleansed from evil usages and hateful goals. Forgiveness to destroy must be unveiled in all its treachery and then let go forever and ever. There can be no trace of it remaining if the plan that God established for returning be achieved at last and learning be complete.
I'm going to finish that last one. You want to do number 10 as well?
Okay. This is the world of opposites. And
that's what you said.
You must choose between them every instant while this world remains reality for you. Yet you must learn alternatives for choice, or you will not be able to attain your freedom. Let it then be clear to you exactly what forgiveness means to you, and learn what it should be to set you free. The level of your prayer depends on this, for here it waits its freedom to ascend above the world of chaos into peace.
Forgiveness to destroy is that thing that we do when we see people that aren't doing it right and that are offenders, and we say we forgive them, but we still see them as offenders. They're still offensive. I'm gonna let it slide, but just know you're definitely still offensive. And it's your annoying person at school, it's my mother, it's my kids when they hurt themselves or won't go to bed, it's whatever, right? All these people. Brian's person that cuts him off on the freeway, that he goes into road rage. Who knows? Who knows who it could be for us, right? And that person, whoever that the biggest culprit is, unless I'm looking at them and love them, then it's an engaging, it's a forgiveness to destroy, because I've still set them up in my mind as a separate, and also separate first of all, and also still my enemy. I still don't want them near me. Still, I might let them go necessarily, as far as not in my immediate attention, so that I'm beating myself up about them constantly. That this person, how could they do it? And I'm just beating myself up with this story over and over in my brain. I may let that go, but I still haven't seen them as innocent and perfect expressions of God, just like I am. Just like I am. You're just like I am. I haven't done that. And well, as I keep them in there, they become it's forgiveness to destroy, because I've kept that separation up. And it's the separation between me and everything else. Me is a special, separate thing that has separate desires and separate needs from you, which creates this zero-sum game of somebody has to lose and somebody in order for me to win, kind of thing, that keeps me suffering forever. Forever and ever and ever. And so how do we get out of that? Any ideas?
Don't identify with don't buy into the separateness. Don't buy into the illusion. See past it.
How do you do that when you're in the middle of Ugly Face Girl or whatever?
Acceptance. In therapy, what they call radical acceptance.
What's that like?
Recognizing that they're doing the best they can. They're coming from a place of innocence.
Well, what is innocent? That's the question. Is it their expression, or is it, well, what is actually innocent?
Our essence, right? The place where we're the same.
I guess that's the part that's kind of tricky, because to be a culprit, there has to be a good and bad behavior.
Oh, it's from that place, that story. Sorry to cut you off. The story that Denise, or was it you or Denise, shared about the little soul that wanted to experience, wanted to have an experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, from that level, we're innocent.
For sure. Our spirit, or whatever that is certainly innocent. But I wonder if you look at it, even the person engaging in the bad behavior, think of just a thief. We'll just do a neutral third party thief that we don't know. So they're a thief. They're doing something that most people would say, oh, you shouldn't do that, right? You're stealing something. Could that expression be innocent? Expression, as I mean, like the person. Now, maybe there is no person in ultimate reality, but we're sure experiencing a person. It's a real experience. Is that experience innocent, or is that expression innocent, that person, when they're doing bad things?
I think thinking about like that person, like if they are stealing from you, then I think you had said it at some point, like you've stolen from this person, in another life, or in another like instance. Like there was another instance where in like before, because we're all assholes when we grow up.
Yeah.
All babies, all kids are narcissists. It's an evolutionary adaptation. It's a fact. So we all grow up this narcissistic fog,
Mm-hmm.
some earlier than others, but when we are in there, we seemingly injure people, right?
Mm-hmm.
We behave in ways that we wouldn't prefer anymore,
Right.
like steal from someone. Maybe you stole a toy from another kid. Uh, you might not even remember, but the impact, like the karma, the not karma as in like you do good and you do like you what you get to deserve, but like it's just karma just means action, right? So like cause and effect. So whatever
Mm-hmm.
you caused, that person is helping to balance out.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. If you look at it that way, because there has to be a good thing for there to be a bad thing.
Mm.
And that's morality in general. And so for you to do something uh inherently bad, no, that is bad for everybody. There then there has to be an inherently good thing. And so that sets up the world of polarity. And it's easy to break down. There's nothing that has ever been done that at some point in a different culture wasn't bad. All of it. Like all even the bad murder stuff and the rape stuff and the incest stuff, there's been tons of cultures where that's normal. Like royalty has been incestuous for most of human history, right?
Mm.
For royal bloodlines to stay the same blood, and murder has been like the go-to forever, except some people, the good murder though is, you're fighting for your country, or you're special ops for, it's for justice. Is that
Mhm.
person going to kill that other person? Yes. How is it bad? Well, our story is different. And so, or you name it, name the thing, and there's going to be some other situation where that thing is okay, and not
Mhm.
only okay but virtuous for those people. And so
Yeah.
there is no action that has inherent meaning. Nothing. There is no thing. There is no action that has inherent meaning. All of it is placed. And so if that's true, and this person that uh you know my my family member that, God bless her heart, is doing her best. I'll talk myself off the ledge all the time. I'm like, okay, she's doing the best she can. She's a wonderful teacher. It's my opportunity to serve in love, or say no in love, whatever I want to do. But if I engage in love, I get to experience being in love. If I engage in frustration and attack mode, then I get to experience frustration and attack mode. I don't like it. I don't like experiencing, but yet I'll end up resisting this reality that's showing up, this persistent reality of this family member. I resist, I suffer.
Mm.
Uh, whatever it is. So morality doesn't work. It really doesn't. I mean, it works to an
Unless, yeah.
extent. Not ultimate way to be happy though. It's not an ultimate way to make your life right. It's a good architecture to start. I would rather my kids be in morality and start from some sort of architecture. Like, sure, let's, Karen wants to go to church, for example. I'm like, all right, let's go. Fine. I'm not against it. It's a good architecture, to build from. You got to build something. Here's the
Mm.
rules. Let's
Gotta
do
start
it.
from somewhere.
Yeah. Start from somewhere. But it's not the ultimate architecture to build true reality. It's a good thing to build so that you can tear it down later. It's like you can't overcome your ego unless you have developed your ego.
Right.
Why would you even create an ego if your goal is to overcome it? I don't know. That's crazy. This is what we're doing now. It's a game, I guess.
It really is. Yeah. I've heard of a lot of people that are talking about that have kids that is say, you know, like if you or spiritual whoever, if you try to do too much spiritual things before your ego is fully formed, it's actually detrimental, right? That's what you're talking about.
Yeah, I am, but I don't agree. I've heard, if I'm thinking about the same thing you're thinking of, I wouldn't necessarily think that's true. In the ultimate sense, I think there's plenty of things that can be detrimental in the short term sense. Kind of like unleashing Kundalini energy too fast without proper guidance and, that kind of thing. I think you can for sure mess up your experience in the short term. Like,
Unless you unleash Kundalini early enough before the ego, all the blockages happen. Like if you're already blocked, if you already have your ego fully on board, and then you do it too early, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it's like you can get sick and you're mentally messed up. I have never experienced that, but I've heard. I was following
Yeah.
this Kundalini guy for a while, and they were saying all these physical problems people have for doing these uh, Kundalini type exercise and meditations and breathing and all these things that's supposed to release it faster. And he's like, careful. You want to do this under a teacher, or at least go through these layers. Anyway, so that said, yes, but then it's just like everything else. You're judging the life that you have, and you
Mm,
think that your personality actually chose it. I don't think that's true. I don't think the personality had any choice. I think that we have a choice to not resist it and to forgive in that way, which is, I think, this course's definition of forgiving is letting go of my judgment of it, letting
mhm.
letting go of what I think it means, and just accepting what is. And if that's the case, and you mess yourself up with too much Kundalini, well, I guess that was what you came to. I guess that's part of your assignment. That isn't
Mm,
a mistake.
yeah, I can see that.
And so, engage fully and be more open. I think that there are some serious choose your own adventure bypasses that can happen. Meaning, I think that it's all scripted, not by somebody else, by me. I'm not a
Mhm.
victim in this, but it's not the me. It's not the little me in a Jevon body, in a Jevon character. It's the big me. So I did this. I chose this. Wow, what did I want? Holy crap! I hate this so much. This is interesting. Why would I want this? Uh,
Yeah.
that's a very different place to come from. So you can utilize this manure, and you can help it to be the fertile soil that manure is. But it's easy to judge manure as a bunch of bullshit, and hard to see the fertile soil of it. And how the way that I switch is accepting everything as perfect and a gift, as opposed to I'm going to let it slide. I'm going to let it slide. That's not good, which is the forgiveness to destroy. I've still set up a destructive mechanism, and I call it spiritual stuff
Mm.
like that. And it's nice. Once I'm like, oh man, my mom, God bless her, she has been free her whole life. And her ultimate desire above everything else is freedom. And she sacrificed everything else for her freedom. And by golly, she still has it. It's impressive. She doesn't have to do anything for anybody at any time, ever. Free.
Wow,
Yeah. And
impressive.
she don't tell me what to do. You're like, but you got married and you promised. She's like, I don't have to do anything I don't want to do. Okay, sure. And ultimate freedom. She's got it. Wow. So it's impressive. Because I'm bound by all kinds of stuff. So she's been a real example to me of, wow, you can really just be free. You can actually let all these things go, and it's going to work out okay. I'm terrified to let all my stuff go, and I carry it, and it's unnecessary to the extreme, the stuff that Jevon carries. And so she's been a great, wonderful example of, I could let it all go, and actually I would be just fine. She's just fine. I mean, not by my standards, but by her standards.
I was gonna say. You got to lower your standards, though, it seems. But I know
Yes, it's a wonderful thing to lower your standards. People in dating, you're in the dating world. One of the things that, well, I just remember my standards, right? I had these high standards of this mythical thing called hot. I wanted this hot girl. Like, what is that? I don't know. It's just this thing. You feel it. But I had this part of wanting, I had high standards of what I was willing to settle down with, that whole process, which is, even in the world of word settle down, you're giving up this thing over here in order to have this other thing. And if you settle for something, even that context in your mind, it means that this other thing is less than this thing. It's not as helpful, not as valuable. So it's like, it was all in my mind, all messed up. And by the grace of God, I thought I was settling with Carolyn. And she, I think, thought she was settling with me, to be honest. Like, we both thought we were settling for each other. Hilarious. But we just kind of gave each other, she trusted me, and I did my best to give up all my other things I thought I wanted. And it ended up being way better than I ever. The more I gave up for this other thing, this settling, this relationship, the better it was than what I was pursuing elsewhere. She participated, which made it happen. It wouldn't have happened if she wanted to sabotage it, which would have been fine. But she participated, and it ended up being something more beautiful that either of us, I think, I'll let her speak for herself, but way more beautiful than I thought it would ever be. Which is not a romantic start by any means, but it is. It's a good example of surrendering into what you've always wanted, and it wasn't what I thought. Now, Carolyn is not an ugly girl by any means, right? She's very pretty. I'm very pleased by her appearance, but she was not the normal hot girl that I was always pursuing. I had a different girl that was way more dramatic and needed more saving and all kinds of other things. I don't know how I got off on that. There's
expectation and something about freedom, and
yeah,
it was all relevant somehow.
Surrendering. I'm gonna give up. There's something wonderful about giving up, especially when you're giving up that which you can never have. That's a smart move.
You got to give up in the right way. There's always a right way and a wrong way.
That's right. I knew it.
My jacket.
I knew there was a right way. Yeah. So the good news, here's the great news that is very sad for Jevon. The great news is we don't need anything else to have and be who we've always wanted to have and be. We don't need anything else. We don't need any more information for those ones that want all the data that they're right and they get to the right spot. We don't need any more loving service for these twos that are trying to love their way there. We don't need any more accomplishment. for the threes that are trying to earn their way there. You don't need any more negotiation for the nines that are trying to mediate everyone's happiness, everyone else's happiness, so that they can finally be okay. We don't need any more power control for the eights that are trying to control their way there using anger as a tool, overt tool. Oh, and you go through all the temperaments. They're all of them. You know, any more excitement, any more fun, new ideas that the seven wants to get to escape to this other thing that's better than this thing. The one integrates to a seven, and what's disintegration? Where do you go? Four?
I don't know. Maybe.
I think you go to four. And so disintegration would be a four, which is uniqueness. You don't need to be more unique and special. So you don't need more creative, unique, newly beautiful, obscure things so that you can be extra special to get you there. Layla's a four, right? So it's highly creative. It's highly push and pull. Like, please, oh, be in a relationship, be in a relationship. Whoa, way too close, way too close, way too close. Oh, why are you so far away? Be in a relationship, it's the four wants the push and pull of relationship. They want the special. They're very creative, but that push and pull makes it highly dramatic because they want that tension of the relationship. They really, really want the closeness, but then it's too close. You can't be too close. They're really concerned with their specialness, so they need you far enough away so they can appear wonderfully special, different, as in like exotically beautiful. But you can't get too close because then you'll see that it's not as pretty up close. So pull. Disintegration force. Anyway, none of it works.
Yeah.
I've been walking around and I've been saying, I am God. There's this one guru, and he would say that's the only mantra you need is I am God. However, you have to get to the state, the frequency that's true. You can't say I am God and it be true if you think you're
a separate person.
You can't do it. It doesn't make any sense. It's the height of ego. It's like crazy ego. Like everybody would say, like, sorry, but it's true. So what do you have to do to say I am God to be true? You got to expand. You got to expand your vision. You have to turn off the spotlight vision, and you have to turn on the floodlight vision. And the floodlight vision is peripheral. Peripheral. Is that how you say that? Peripheral. Am I saying that word right?
Peripheral.
Peripheral.
Yeah.
It's all around, right? It's not like the laser, but the peripheral vision is blurry when it comes to specifics. And that's the thing about the things of God versus the egoic world, the Holy Spirit versus the ego. Because remember, the Holy Spirit is the voice of God in the dream. God's not in the dream. God doesn't know who you are because you don't exist, as in the separate person. There is, God loves you, of course, you're made of God stuff, but since you aren't real, God doesn't know you because you're not real.
That makes sense. The illusion is, like in the movie analogy too, right? God is the light, and the light is lovable, but like the individual like images, they're not real. Right?
That's right.
I get you.
You're that flicking character on the screen. That's not a character, but your brain puts it together and gives it life.
Mm-hmm.
You've drawn a bunch of characters on the notebook, you know, and you put one little character that moves a little bit differently on each page, and then you flip it and look, it's moving.
Yeah.
It's alive. Tell my character you love him. I love you. You have offended my character. He does not respond with love to you. Look it. You do your character. I'm like, you're crazy, bro. Don't say that to my character on my notebook. Can't call him crazy. We would think that was very silly for someone to do that.
That's what we do, huh?
That's what we do. That's exactly what we do. Mm-hmm. And so God doesn't know us now, but there isn't a separate God that's rejecting us. Mm-hmm. In that scenario. It is me giving myself the experience of rejection, and that's fun. It is fun because, wow, that's why people ride roller coasters, to get the shit scared out of them and not die. It's a fun experience. It's one of the many experiences. So can I see all these experiences as that? I can, but man, it's so tempting to get pulled back into my separate agenda. And then
there's a lot of momentum in seeing our secret agenda, and it takes time or grace, or the grace of God, whatever you want to call it, right? It takes something to slow down that momentum, I think.
It is
in a different direction.
Yeah, and I think that's personality development. That's that part where you're training your personality, or that program. It's really just a program that's running.
Yeah.
The Soo program or the Jevon program, which is just like any other program, it's like this bucket of code that reruns. And so we have these thoughts, and AI is a great example of how it's really just code, right? AI is just natural language that the computer is able to take and make into reoccurring things. That's what we've been doing for our whole life is natural language code. And we have that thought or that belief system, which is just a recurring thought that our subconscious is turning over and over and over again, that code. And so we can have some personality development, which is just recoding the personality, but it's still a separate personality. Maybe it operates at a higher frequencies to give you a different experience, but then we call one experience bad and one experience good. And then we suffer when we're in the bad one, chunking us down a few more notches in the frequency scale.
Yeah.
So what if it was all good? What if it was all good? Yeah, I think it is. I am God. It's a reminder. I can step back. Wow, I was operating completely as Jevon. Okay. Where is that? And so then my question to myself is, where is that true? And I have to expand to even get a sense of that. I have to expand. I have to get way bigger. My spotlight has to get wide, and it instantly makes, I'm sorry, the floodlight has to get wide. Wide. And that instantly makes the spotlight dissipate. There are no details. There are no distinct lines. And I realized that it's the spotlight, the details, the distinct lines, this is success and this is failure thing that I do. It makes me suffer, and I cherish it. And when I go wide, I feel instantly free. But then I realize, where's my lines? Where's my specifics? Where's my particular goal, so I know if I'm on track or not? And then I have to go back in all the way back into Jevon. And instantly when I have them, I suffer.
Oh.
And then I like, oh, I'm God. Oh, definitely not God in this detailed, zoomed in spotlight laser. I go back out. I am God. Oh, this feels more accurate. I am God. Oh, so nice. Oh,
But
wonder what
wait.
my goals are doing. Ah! I think that's what we all do all the time. Except some people don't zoom out. They don't
Yeah,
floodlight ever.
stuck in the laser version.
Stuck in the laser version. Clarity, organization, structure. Certainly not bad, but it's the architecture to stay separate.
Mm.
Dang. Dang.
Did it.
All right, well, we good? Want to add anything?
Yeah. No, not to this. Everything's all just marinating, I think. But
After
I did want to
your
ask,
trip too, right?
yes, definitely. And I did want to ask, where do you practice jujitsu?
I used to. I
Oh,
haven't done it in many years.
no.
I still do somewhat of a martial arts. It's more of a Tai Chi type martial arts style, not like the Tai Chi in the park where you just move.
Aikido.
No, it's not
Ish.
Aikido. It's a made up thing. It's not even a real thing, but it stems from Tai Chi, which is movement. Have you ever heard of push hands?
Mm-mm.
Push hands is kind of I guess maybe a cross between Tai Chi and Aikido, where you learn to move like water, and you use the other person's momentum to redirect it. But my friend that it's like the old guy workout in the park, and so my friend's another old guy, and he's been training different fighting styles for a long time, and he's my chiropractor. And so
Oh.
he's, one day when I went to get adjusted, he's like, you ever heard of push hands? I'm like, no. He's like, let me show you. And he ends up like pushing me around the room. He's like, try to resist me, try to resist me. I'm getting attacked. And anyway, so he goes into like trying to learn how to deal with this physical aggression and redirecting it. And then also being able to go move back and target train, basically stop somebody in one move, having specific
Mm.
targets. And so we go and learn how to be killers and talk about God. That's what we usually do. It's kind of a funny time.
Sounds fun.
Yeah.
I just
You can
finished
come if you want.
yeah, when do you do it?
Sunday we do it every Sunday at 8 a.m. at Edison Park in Huntington.
Oh.
And
Okay,
we used to have
yeah.
we've had a couple girls that did it with us for a long time. The last girl, she's so sweet, tiny girl. She was like more tiny than you, like tiny.
I'm
But
not tiny, I'm big.
well,
Anyway, go ahead.
so I mean, you're not like a small person, but like no one would you look at you and be like, oh, look at thin, wonderful. I wouldn't think menacing unless you rode up on your Harley. Then maybe.
Yeah.
Anyway, so this girl, she ended up being pretty vicious. Just like
Mm.
her ability to protect herself, because then it turns into like self. Like with her, he was always saying, "Well, this is how to protect yourself physically," and we would use whatever we were doing as just practice. It's like practicing a fight and knowing how to stop it in one move. That's what the whole thing is. But it's really fun because it's technical, right? It's all, we're not trying to hurt each other. We're trying to know how to technically do it, just like jujitsu. You want to know what's the move to subdue and then tap out your opponent slowly. Like it's all, they call it the gentle art, because it's everything's slow and technical, supposedly. So that's kind of what this is. I think it's really fun.
Okay. Yeah.
8 a.m.
Yeah,
Edison Park.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll send you, if you ever wanted to go, I'll send you a pin. Because Edison Park's kind of big.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds good.
Okay. Well, have a good day.
Thank you. You too. Have a good weekend. Or maybe see you Sunday.
What's that?
Or maybe see you Sunday.
Oh, dang. That's right. All right. See ya.
Okay, bye.